7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
Hey, I'm Willie Nelson. You're watching HempRock TV.
We don't run, and we don't compromise, we don't quit, we never do.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Master Sergeant Tony Vance, the voice of Freedom's Voice. Hope everybody had a nice Halloween, Election Day, and Veterans Day. So now what? It appears that Joe Biden has won the presidency. A 5 million plus vote lead in the popular vote and a win in the Electoral College. I think when it's measured out, it's the same amount that Trump had when he won. You know, when you compare this election to other presidential elections, though, tying in the popular vote and all that, said it's right up there with Truman in 1948 or Kennedy in 1960 or even Reagan in 1980. Biden may not call a mandate for support, but for sure, compared to others, he has emerged from the election with enough support to do so. So what will be the result of a Biden victory? Biden has been busy preparing for this moment by creating plans to handling the problems we face. Number one on the list is the pandemic, of course. Next, the economy, although they kind of go hand in hand. He also has proposals for infrastructure spending, raising the minimum wage, and reforming healthcare. He'll need to repair our relationships with our allies and repair much of the damage to our institutions exposed by the lawless attitude of the previous administration. We also need immigration reform and police reform, law enforcement reform. Those on the other side can rest assured that a Biden administration is not going to turn the country communist or make it any more socialist than it already is. And if you didn't know, surprise, surprise, our system is actually a combination of capitalist and socialist policies designed to allow the economy to grow while keeping a check on the bad stuff that capitalism can gender. Pollution, labor abuses, market manipulation. Got to keep an eye on capitalism or it'll run you over. Biden has also proposed a raise in Social Security benefits of $1,300 a year for our seniors. He proposes moving towards renewables and away from fossil fuels, which is a transition. It's long and slow, but it needs to be done. And it will revitalize our industries and our economy. Personally, I hope we can get to a universal basic income. That, in conjunction with health insurance, it ends abject poverty in America. And, I know you've heard me say this before. But it also gives each of our citizens a kind of financial freedom. If you lose your job, you don't lose your health insurance and you don't starve. So maybe you can hold out for a better job, or maybe it's easier for you to transfer to a better job. And somebody coming up the ladder take your job, It's progress and, moving up the chain, moving on up. It also would have us better prepared for the next financial crisis that comes along. If you're already getting $1,000 a month and poop hit the proverbial fan, economically you'd be able to get by with that $1,000 a month. And that the president was smart, he'd do a rent moratorium and then come up with cash from the Congress to pay the landlords so they don't go belly up, and do what it takes to get us through whatever the crisis is. We should have done that with this. That $1,200 a month should have been $2,000 a month, and it should have been every month until the pandemic's over. The number of people going belly up and businesses folding A lot of that could have been avoided if we just had something like a universal income already in place. But that I can only hope, but that's probably a bridge too far right now. Of course, all of this depends on Democrats winning control of the Senate by winning the 2 Georgia seats on the line in the January runoff. If not, Republicans will control the Senate. Mitch McConnell, as majority leader, will not allow a Democratic president to accomplish anything. Come the next presidential election, Republicans will tell the voters to vote for them because the Democrats didn't get anything done. This is exactly what they did with the last 6 years of Obama's presidency. That's how we got Trump. People were tired of nothing getting done. Certainly, a Biden presidency at this time is exactly the thing we need to revitalize the country. These last 4 years, with the worst side of our nature exposed, have shown that we can be better than that. Biden's win shows that we can come together, and when we do, the sky is the limit. Or it should be. We should extend to President-elect Biden all the support and assistance we can muster to make his presidency a success. His success will be our success, will be America's success. So, the old Sarge here, ever the optimist, is looking forward to a Biden presidency and a little revitalization of the country after what we've been through. And I think we all deserve it. That's it this time around. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Willie Nelson, and the Willie Nelson Teapot Party and I endorse Veterans for Medical Cannabis Access.
Just roll me up and